Hi everyone, welcome back to DM Druggies Matter, which is part of my Pot Smokers Bible series on my Pot Smokers Bible channel on YouTube and social media. My name is Zion. I'm the author of a book called The Pot Smokers Bible, which contains a second book called The Book of Zion. The Book of Zion is a book of prophecy from the Old Testament of the Christian Bible. I use the King James Version of the Bible to put together the prophecy of Israel from the scattered bits and testimony of the various prophets of the Old Testament. And I found a set of instructions when I completed this Book of Zion, and it instructed me to champion the cause of the drug users. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm publishing peace. That's why I wrote my book, so I could publish peace. I had to have something to publish, so I wrote a book. I had to have something to publish in order to finalize my prophecy. Because according to the prophets of Israel, I'm a prophet. Now, I'm just as willing to call myself a conspiracy theorist, if that's what you're going to call me, because lots of people are going to think I'm crazy, which is exactly what I want. Go ahead, think I'm crazy. Because the Bible actually says that that's exactly what you'll say. So if you said, oh my God, it's terrible, she's real, I would fail. But because you're obviously looking at this going, druggies matter? This woman is crazy. Yeah, go ahead, call me crazy. Because in this world, I wouldn't want to be sane. Because nothing that you call sane is appealing to me. You see, I don't believe in fake things. I don't believe in fake skin. I don't believe in fake news. I don't believe in myths. I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in a lot of things. I do believe in drug users, however. I believe in drug users in a very profound way, which is why people think I'm crazy. Because you see, when I say I wrote the Pot Smoker's Bible, I actually mean I did write a book called Pot Smoker's Bible, but it's really the Bible for pot smokers. And it is the Pot Smoker's Bible because it's written around the prophecy of Israel, which comes from the Bible. And this prophecy foretells the creation of the drug users by an alien species that we know of as God. So, conspiracy theory front center live numbers, and here we are. Because you see, I believe the following. I believe that marijuana is the tree of life from the Old Testament of the Bible. I believe that it is a gift that was given to us from God, from their homeworld. It doesn't even come from the planet Earth. I believe that the gray are our ancient gods. That just as our mythology teaches us as history, the gray enhanced our Neanderthal ancestors with their own genetic makeup, creating the hybrids that we are. I also believe that when they left our planet back at during the Sumerian age, that they obscured the knowledge of marijuana and other drugs as being gifts from the planets where the gray originated. Profound spiritual gifts which elevate a mere Neanderthal human into a highly intelligent, very powerful, little g gray being, a hybrid gray. We've always been hybrids, but with the absence of specific chemicals that are not native to this planet, like THC. Our gray anatomy lies dormant. But when we use marijuana, we activate our gray anatomy and evolve instantaneously into a hybrid being who is advanced in many regards. However, we did not know what we were getting into when we found drugs. So, we are a highly evolved species, separate from normal Neanderthal humans, but ignorant of that fact. And the advance of that knowledge will change us profoundly because, first and foremost, it will link us to our alien father race, the Grey. And we will, and we are invited by prophecy to hold a solemn assembly at a campout, mimicking the actions of Moses when the Israelites' exodus began. We are to separate ourselves from society and hold a solemn assembly and pledge to give ourselves to the Grey as friends and companions and to officially invite them to come to earth because they will not come unless they are openly invited, according to the ancient text that I found written within the Bible. So, my big conspiracy theory is if all drug users will forsake their oppressive lives here in America and go camping with me on 420 in the panhandle of the state of Nebraska where the sand meets the land, I propose that we go camping, that we quarantine ourselves from COVID if necessary to break its hold on our population, and only then, when it is safe for the Grey to come to Earth, that we hold a solemn assembly. We invite them to come telepathically, simultaneously broadcasting to humanity that we are inviting them to come, so that the entire world will be aware of the invitation. And when we meet these requirements, it is said in prophecy that the Grey, our fathers, will come to our aid in this time of dire need. They will come to our camp and meet with us. They will show us our faults, tell us what is necessary to save ourselves. And if we are agreeable to their stipulations, they will come help us to survive the upcoming catastrophe that will be unavoidable. We all know global warming is bad, but according to the ancient Sumerian texts, that will be greatly exacerbated by a periodic bombardment event, which is upcoming. We will not be hit by a single asteroid, but the entire inner solar system will be bombarded with asteroids from the Oort cloud as a rogue planet in an elongated orbit makes its approach. This event cannot be survived without foreknowledge and proper planning. So, how's that for a conspiracy theory? Is that out there enough for you? Is it in your face enough? Is it shocking? Is it awe-inspiring? I think it is. I've rather been impressed with it since I figured it out, which is about 20 years ago. But it is a conspiracy theory, if you want to call it that. But it's also the prophecy of the Old Testament. Everything that I have done, I have done according to the prophecy. It's my theory that I have succeeded because according to the prophecy I have. It only remains to be seen whether or not it actualizes. And by actualizing, I mean that enough of you hear about this and give me the benefit of the doubt. I'm not asking you to believe anything. In order to do that, I would have to have some indefinite, uh, fantastical thing that you would have to give your belief to without ever really having the means to qualify that belief. I'm not asking you to believe anything, my friend. There's I'm asking you to test my theory. So either they will come or they will not. It's as simple as that. Now, if of course if we don't go camping this year, there's always next year. I decided when um, first, uh, I decided pretty much from the time 420 started to be a thing that 420 was going to be the time that I would choose to make my debut, so to speak, or I should say to plan. On 420 of last year, I began to publish the prophecy of Israel in the Potsmaker's Bible. On 420, I started that because 420 is the first sacred thing for my people. It is a time and a date that they have chosen for themselves for their own reason, and that's good enough for me. So, in order to help differentiate us from the remaining population of humanity, I have given us our own uh, New Year's Day, 420. So, on 420 of every year, I plan on celebrating New Year's Day. I didn't celebrate New Year's Day January 1st because it's not my New Year's. I celebrated New Year's Day on 420 in 2020. And I'll celebrate my second New Year's Day on 420 this year. And my third next year and blah 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 to infinity. Because I am a druggie. And 420 is the time and the date that we choose for ourselves for our own reasons. And that is how it should be. Every unique people on the planet Earth should have their own New Year's Day, their own holy days, their own rituals, and their own conspiracy theories. So, drug users, Zion is your conspiracy theory. So, why don't you check out your own heritage, history? Um, think about your lifestyle, what your rules of conduct are, and the rules of conduct that you observe with your friends, and how that differs from society. So, may the Grey watch over you, guide you, protect you, and keep you from all harm. May they teach you right from wrong, and may you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Find your joy and pursue it. Make that your guild choice when we go camping. If you use drugs, stay happy and high. You have every right and reason to. Believe me, I know. I wrote the books. My name is Zion. I love you way too much to ever say goodbye. So I'm going to say later now.